Hello? Hi. Hello? Hi. Okay. Hello? Hi. Okay. Hello? Hi. Okay. Hello? Hi. Okay. So this is my first time streaming. I mean, actually playing a game. So this is my first time streaming. Okay. Alright, looks like the audio is working. Hopefully that continues. If you're wondering what's in the background here, this is Modica Excedra. I actually have the audio on the game muted. You might have seen it in the video, but of course, Modica Magica is my favorite anime. So, this is the game that I just play every single day, all day. And I'm just gonna be having it on in the background, as we wait 50 minutes for Deltarune Chapter 5 to drop. Let me just make sure one last time that the audio is actually working. Oh my god. Testing one more time. Testing one more time. Again. Hello? Testing one more time. Okay, yeah, I just having the audio repeat. I wish I had a second thing to watch this on. For some reason, I guess on my own account, I can't watch my own live stream on a second device. All right, cool. It's working then. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this playing in the background while we wait for Deltarune to drop. So, yeah, I of course dropped a pretty big video, just a few days before Deltarune Chapter 5 dropped. Where I predict like a bunch of stuff that's gonna happen in the future chapters, and yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just go over some of them, and some of my new thoughts on them. The one I still most strongly believe is Rousey tree theory. Which again, I know it's a bit weird. Like I just literally saw a random person say Rousey's a tree on Twitter, and then I thought, what are you talking about? And then I just like thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and like, oh my god, this is making so much sense to me. The person on there didn't even elaborate. They just said Rousey's a tree, and somehow pursuing that line of thought led me to what I believe to be my strongest theory on this, that I felt like I saw no one else seeing. I guess I should back up. I guess my strongest theory is actually, hey, the sword route is basically showing the timeline of Deltarune. Like that's the whole point I even get at the beginning of my theory. That I still feel very strongly about. Board 2 being the present, chapter 2 and 3 basically take place on the same day. Like that just makes too much sense to me. Is board 2 is the present, well, board 3 is the future. Well, then what does that say about board 1? It's the past, present, future. Let's see, what else? The icy pizza box theory, not my theory, someone else made it. I still think that one is holding up. I know a lot of people think, oh, that's lame. It's lame that he's just a pizza box and that kind of stuff. But I feel like it just makes a bit too much sense. If someone's like digging up the graves, that they maybe dig up that pizza box that was burned. Again, it's something that was kind of made through cruelty, to an object, which is similar to the story of how Friend is described to be created by Noelle, where she just threw away eggs in her game until she got the perfect perfect one, the perfect pet. That just again makes way too much sense to me, that it's a darkness subjected to cruelty, and I feel like that might also be something that's gonna come up with the horned headband. Death being the knight, I am someone who's a bit weird because I'm not a Death Knighter and I'm not an anti-Death Knighter. I am somehow both, because I don't think the knight we find in chapter 3 is Death. I think it's Rudy. But I do think that Des is still a knight, just not the Roaring Knight we've faced. Some people have started pointing out, hey, with the ARG, we see the lake, so, it must be the case that, Chris accidentally pushed Des into the lake and she drowned. And, that's why, they feel so guilty about everything. And I definitely do think that's a compelling idea. I could see that being the case, especially with some of the Amori parallels people are pointing out. I haven't played that. I'm just trusting them on this. I do know a little bit about it. Some of the spoilers about it. But for me, I feel like that map is, stretching a bit too much on it. That these locations must all be connected. I don't think that overlay really works. Because the pink cat, which I matched to Caddy with a Y, doesn't really make sense for Toriel. I really don't see why that would cause Caddy with the 8 cats there to start attacking us. Again, it just makes more sense for me to think that is Caddy and Caddy together, with the one with the pink cat and then the 4 white cats surrounding it. Papyrus being the Shadow Crystal boss, like I am still, of course, pretty confident on. Um, Again, we haven't even really heard much from Papyrus, but again, it just makes too much sense to me for it to be this chapter. Rousey, I mean, I feel like Rousey is probably going to be making an exit, so this is like the last chance for Papyrus and Rousey to actually interact, and I feel like everything about their characters is setting them up to interact here. You know, let's see. Oh yeah, going back to the lake though, I definitely do think that is the place where we will meet Des on the weird route. I'm not gonna meet them because I'm not playing the weird routes. A bit of my views on that. So the thing about the lake is, Deltarune obviously does make a lot of biblical allusions, and the one that would make sense with is Jesus walking on the water, and people coming to see him, and Peter trying to walk on the water and he falls, and it's like and then Jesus chastises Peter for not having enough faith. I literally just learned about this a few days ago, and then it just makes a bit too much sense, especially with the holes in the hand we see with the gloves during the Orange Soul fight and Flowey's fight, which I think is connected to Des, because the Orange Soul says you're the type to rush into things recklessly. Orange is, of course, connected to Des because of, the orange shoe and the Prophecy Light puzzle. Again, it just makes sense to me for Des to have been someone sacrificed to meet the prophecy, and maybe that could also still work with Chris maybe having accidentally pushed them into the lake or something and then feeling guilty for that, because maybe they got through that, but in the end it still happened anyway. Like, is that just really how fate goes? You think you break the prophecy, you think you did everything right, but it still ends up happening. Death still comes. Death still comes. But human deaths, again, I still feel so strongly that human deaths is right. It feels so weird for so many of the elements that I've noticed to just be something like, it feels like if you put him there, it was directly to mislead us into thinking that Des was a human, or maybe that Des wanted to be a human. That would be like the only other way I could see some of this stuff that's present there, unless monsters really truly do need toilets. And it's weird because again, the school doesn't have a toilet, and Susie even brings attention to this fact by telling Chris, hey, why didn't you flush the bath bombs at the school, and but there is no toilet at school. Why would you bring attention to this, Toby? Why would you bring attention to this fact if you didn't want it to be relevant? This is why I say I comb through the dialogue and all that stuff, backwards and forwards, trying to think about, hey, what makes most sense, what makes it most consistent. And maybe, again, you can maybe just dismiss, some of those, maybe some of those are just jokes. Maybe you shouldn't take it too seriously. But I feel like being dismissive of points just because you think, oh, that's just silly, misses a lot of, interesting parallels that, were even present in Undertale. I'm grateful to see a lot of the crazy and out there theories people come up with, as there are maybe a few exceptions to that. If you, I'm not going to name names, but I'm sure you can probably think of one of the most popular ones. Let's see. Azrael becoming an angel in the past, I feel like that is just something that has to be true. So Azrael becoming an angel just feels like something that is set up alongside, Noelle being an angel. I go into this extensively. I believe the prophecy is modular. There are multiple people who can fulfill the role of becoming the angel. I just think that the angel in the past was Azrael. The crying and crying and crying boy, the lost and lost and lost girl. From that's really the biggest mention we have of crying. And it's, again, and to me, that makes sense of the bitter tear, water that fell from the sky. Yeah. As for Des dying to Snowgrave, that is so much less likely. Now, I actually kind of hinted at that in the theory when I talked about how the yellow the orange flower became yellow. And that made me rethink, what I was seeing on the boards, where I thought maybe Des actually was dead during this section, and my previous hypothesis was wrong. I didn't explicitly say that because I didn't feel as certain about it. Like maybe I'm just reading too much into that orange flower turning yellow. But that is another thing that really did bring it home, the idea that, hey, the one across the lake is Des, and Des is just kind of separated from us. What else was there with Des? So for that, I think that Des... Des is across the lake. Oh my god, I forgot the entire whole thing I was talking about. Oh yeah, Azrael being the angel. Des being across the lake. Yeah, the bitter tear, making the rivers, the lake might just be a river there. And yeah, so that's why Des probably wasn't actually taken along with them, unless you think, her corporeal form, her body ceased functioning, but her soul was still there, maybe still within Azrael, and Azrael was looking for a way to bring her back. Them going through that area and being met by the knight who prevents them from doing that. That's something that I think, could be a strong possibility. Another weird detail on that board, like on the second board, there's actually 7 ferns, which I think is representative of 7 shadow crystals. They're going to be, kind of related to, the power, 7 souls, maybe bringing back Azrael to life, in Undertale. He has the 6 human souls, and then the 7th, comes from the combined power of all the monster souls. Here, I think it might be the case that 7 shadow crystals put together has the power to bring someone fully back to life. Not just let them enter the light world as we see the Roaring Knight, maybe. If the Roaring Knight is like someone who's dead, dead, brought back to life, in a sense. But an interesting detail on board 1 is that there's actually 14 ferns. So that almost kind of brought to me the idea that maybe Asgore and Azrael were both trying to bring, separate people back to life. Maybe Gerson and Des for each of them. People that mattered to them at that time. Let's see. I mentioned it in a comment, but those purple flowers with Azrael on board 1 are almost definitely Sham and the purple dragon girl. And I'm guessing some gnarly stuff happened to them. We already see that Sham looks kind of defeated, that kind of stuff. And the Purple Dragon Girl, it's a book that Azrael will never return. I feel like something happened to the Purple Dragon Girl from that book that is just gonna be really sad, I guess. Maybe the being put in the book is the representation of her being sacrificed. Let's see. The girls who find love being sacrificed, for the weird route, I definitely could see being, canon. Hey, someone else wants to stop the weird route from happening. common theme is, again, the trees that block our path in the weird route. Blocks us from accessing Noelle. Stops us from getting to her. Rouse is someone who seems to try and keep us from getting to the weird route, or not really keep us, but wants to keep us on a certain path, and try and discourage us from the other path. And yeah, so to me, Rouse makes a lot of sense. Rouse and maybe even Azrael, if he does sacrifice another girl who found love, to basically stop us from completing the prophecy for the weird route. That just makes a lot of sense to me. And that's really just the only commonality I can see between a lot of the representation of girl enemies that we see, in board 3 on the weird route. Again, modular prophecy, I feel like it's kind of brought up with Caddy's sermon, during there, that anyone could be the heroes and that kind of stuff. Let's see, Titan Alvin, that is another big one that, I'll be a bit honest, I kind of took that from Wiztail's theory. I didn't think his theory was good, but and I honestly watched it and thought it was not good. I don't know too much about the controversy and all that stuff with Wiztail, other than he just decided to stop uploading because of it. But his theory about hey, the Titans, that kind of stuff, being Lightners, and we can maybe tell because of the fact that the church was kind of messed up because of our fight with a Titan, that only Lightners might be able to actually affect the real objects in the that are present in the light world that's been consumed by darkness. That seemed like an interesting idea to me. And then, I kind of pursued that because, that is a way that Alvin could actually be relevant to the story. A lot of people kind of complain that, Alvin just seems kind of like Potential Man or, that kind of thing. Potentially important character. And I feel like this would be one that makes sense. Hey, this is something going in the background that you never notice, which is something that Undertale was pretty strong with. Things in the background you didn't notice, but they were going on the whole time. And it just makes sense. It would make sense to me that, Alvin maybe tried to pursue Gerson, to speak to his dead father, to try and get closure on some of his feelings. And again, it just really matches up with that lizard dropped into the pit. Again, if you saw my Cut Jockington section, I also talked about, Azrael being the creator of Undertale. That one, I just feel so strongly is true. Maybe the game isn't exactly like Undertale. Maybe what he isn't, but Undertale to us is kind of like a bit of a facsimile to what he created, his ideal version of, how things should go. A lot of things just line up so much, and especially the only place in Undertale where it rained. The section with the umbrella. There's a statue there that no one knows the origin of, according to Undyne, and that should include Asgore and Gerson, two people that she speaks with frequently. Not even those two know, despite being the oldest monsters. So, to me, that just springs that, hey, this statue was put here by the creator of this game. And I think that makes sense most as Azrael, especially since, the soundbox plays his theme. We have a lizard helping us to go high through Monster Kid. If you turn on debug mode, you can see a kid reflected in the water, almost like they're drowning. Deaths. Again, and that variable is called death. Death is death. Desu. One of the more out there theories I didn't cover directly in my video because I came up with it later. It's going to be in a follow-up video. I do talk about it in my podcast with Nighthawk, is that there's an original Chris and the copy Chris. And the copy Chris is the copy Chris is the one that we. Oops. And the copy Chris is kind of the one, working behind the scenes. Like, I think that they're the ones controlling Rudy now, not Friend, but maybe they are using Friend as a device, that would connect the chair to, because the chair is connected to Friend. The prophecy that says, watch out for that chair, it's going to kick your ass. Again, it feels like, hey, that's Rudy, because, he's the one who constantly talks about kicking other people's asses. He's the one who asked Chris to take him and Susie to the movies, and what do you go to? You go to TV Land, that night for Chapter 3. Let's see. What else is there? Good. Oh yeah, for original Chris, there's the description of the blue soul. Your original style got you through. There's the original game. There's the one who noticed, asking if Chris already came back here. Didn't they? Didn't they already go past? And that honestly kind of makes me think that the Chris we're playing as a copy of the original Chris, like CYMK, copies. That they might be having copies do the prophecy for them in order to bring back someone they lost, and one of these copies will be sacrificed. Chris, is a copy of the original Chris. Rousey is a copy of Azrael. Noelle, I feel like, has lost her memories, and in that sense, she's kind of a copy. She's not what the original Noelle is, because we are a collection, of our memories. And if our memories were replaced with something else, well, I'm not sure we could really call that person ourselves anymore. Let's see, what else is there? The flowers being humans. I didn't come up with that theory. I forgot who exactly I poached that from. Definitely an interesting idea, and I think something supported by the canon. We don't get to see what the cat, Chris's favorite cactus actually looks like behind the curtain. And it would make a lot of sense for us to, just interact with, human-like enemies, in Chapter 5's Dark World. And again, it fits with my idea that Rousey is a tree. That's why, he's a Darkner that looks like a monster compared to all the other Darkners. I'm not sure what it is like about Darkners, but they feel distinct from the monsters we encounter. Like, maybe it's because... Maybe it's just because, they feel a bit more abstracted, in their designs, some of them. And that's why I feel that way, but, Rousey feels, much closer to, the Lightners, in his shape compared to all the, other Darkners around him. What else is there? There's the cut twisted sword section, where I just talk about how I think Rudy's going to be saved by the shadow crystals, the twisted sword. If we basically abandon the weird route, again, something that just makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like that room, with the black monster can be interpreted for more ways than just Des. If you really do think that, it's meant to represent, hey, this is Des, across the lake. That's the barrier between us. We close it. Because, again, it feels a bit weird that Chris slashes them, then, just like immediately, like hero underscore sword does. Again, feels just a bit weird to me. Like maybe that is, like what it means, just see them one last time and then, put them out of their misery, that kind of thing. To me, I mean, I kind of just see this as, hey, if we ask Rudy, Rudy is probably gonna die soon if we, defeat the knight by having him play the role of the knight. That could be another way to fulfill the prophecy. Again, I can't help but feel like the goal is prophecy shenanigans. Fulfill the prophecy in a certain way to meet their end goals of what they want. Anti-fun gang with Dustners. Again, something I feel weirdly confident about, despite how little we know about the deceased Darkners besides Gerson right now. Again, I don't think we'll probably see anything about them this chapter except for maybe Snowy's mom, just because of the fact that the Silver Drake is confronted in the Ice Palace, and hey, it makes a lot of sense for us to be maybe rescuing Noelle from her house this chapter. If she's grounded, so that she can see the festival. But, maybe that's a bit of a reach. Again, that's also another reason why I really strongly believe in Rousey Tree Theory, because, hey, the mage wasn't in the party on the normal route there, and, if that was, and if the Ice Palace is Noelle's house, well, then think about it, there's none of the orange trees are around Noelle's home. It makes sense that, Arelsi's roots couldn't reach there, and that's why the mage will never join the party. But on the weird route, it's mentioned, use Ice Shock, and, that's a spell that Rousey doesn't know, so, again, maybe Noelle will be there with us on the weird route. It feels a bit weird, again, that she would be, because, especially with it saying, hey, it's going to be at the lake, that's where Noelle's going to see Des. Why would we make a dark world in Noelle's home, on the weird route? Or why would there be one there? And why would Noelle be joining us there? Again, especially since we saw the snow water fell from the sky, or cold water fell from the sky, and he said, you're getting ahead of yourself. That seems like it might be later past the point of seeing Des, like maybe even in a future chapter. One of the funnier points brought up to me is Jockington. The prophecy couldn't have happened in the past because it explicitly says that Jockington didn't grow the beard, and it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, maybe that actually is the silver bullet in my theory, but I feel like there's a lot of ways you could cope with that. Again, the organic says even when the clock turned back, the shadow was still growing. Like maybe, just maybe, we're gonna go back in time and Jockington will actually have a beard grown or something. Who knows? I'm still kind of thinking that Birdley is going to be one way we can actually break the prophecy. That, hey, going to the fair with Birdley is actually going to break the prophecy that he will become the prince, and the sacrifice made of the girl, in this case it's going to be Chris, is their dignity. Oh yeah, another reason why Chris maybe being a copy would make sense is it's my first time seeing you make line by Sans. If it was the original Chris maybe conspiring with Sans, I feel like that would actually make a lot of sense. You know, one of those coy dialogue jokes that Toby likes to make. You know, oh hey, you know, you didn't actually meet, you know, he never met, you know, this Chris. He met, you know, a different version of Chris. Let's see. Yeah, what else is there? I don't, I put so many theories into that thing. Oh yeah, like another interesting point for the you know, like human deaths and that kind of stuff, like the Swatchling enemies. You know, they're all, you know, like children of, you know, the Swatch. You know, the white with pink and yellow eyeglasses. You know, and it feels like an interesting kind of possible parallel to Gaster and, you know, maybe these you know, the four kids in the past. But the thing I take note of is that when the red and orange Swatchlings pair with the green and yellow Swatchlings, you know, they will put their red and orange birds inside the green and yellow. I forgot what the term for it. I keep on reading the term for it because it's just such a rare term. But you know, the metal dishes that metal half sphere dishes, you know, that cover the plate. You know, they'll put them inside again. You know, like literally putting their souls inside a vessel. It's just such a strange detail. And then the final blue Swatchling, you know, the bluebird. Okay, there we go. Of course, it's already coming up on this. Uh-oh. Controller isn't working. Okay, there we go. Gonna wait 1 second. I just need to get some things finished here. And I'm sorry, I probably will not be paying much attention to the chat. Just letting you know in advance. I don't think, you know, some random person's gonna come in and spoil me on this stuff. You know, I'm a pretty new guy here in the Deltarune scene. It's just more, I can kind of get lost in this. Like, maybe I'll glance at it, you know, look at it a little bit. But main focus is going to be on this game as much as possible. Oh wait, I didn't check the OBS settings. This. Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely not on it. 1 second. Okay, there we go. That was a funny Deltarune, like, doo-wop, I guess? Of course, Chris is coming back. Interesting that they actually have a blanket, you know, over the cage. Man, they just look absolutely dead. Like, I think their skin's green. Can I move myself a little? Nope. Oh yeah, no, their colors are straight. Yeah, I think Chris is a zombie. Like, I've noticed that about Undead Souls, the cage. Yeah, I've noticed that like a lot of the undead monsters are interesting. You know, we have Naps the Blook, we have Sans, and you know the skeleton. Naps the Blook is a ghost, and I think Chris is a zombie. Your ride. There are various sunset levels. Again, I knew it, you know. Azrael, love, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna look. Look. I don't want to admit it. Your bed's brother. Amazing. Alright. Drawers. A lone bud is blooming. It is a purple dragon. Some people like were saying, you know, it's not a purple dragon. It just says, you know, character. You and Noelle. Again, I knew it. Noelle's dad winning the strength tester. Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna flush the toilet. I know there's probably some lore for it, but you know, I actually do think you shouldn't waste water. Except there's no ketchup. Sans leaving. I'm guessing the trash is, you know, Sans. You already have a call cell phone. Oh my god! Toriel, you look kinda awful. There it is. I'm gonna be honest for Chris. He needs to be more. I mean, whoops. They need to be more honest in their life. I might misgender Chris a bit here and there. There is sort of, you know, that, the idea that you kind of see the character as you, you're reflected as you, so I apologize if that happens. You know what? You know where I had the extra house key. Let me just see real quick. Okay, no. A door you haven't attempted to open in a long time. Interesting. You voted Festival King Queen, I knew it. I knew it. Yes, please. give you a free rose, cheese. Man, they are really railroading us. There's QC. Oh, there's Burger Pants. Really practice. I'm gonna save it in a new save file just in case there's any other relevant information. Nice to know we are level 5 now. We're not gonna be able to learn more human lore yet, of course. Nope, nothing there. Of course, we're going to school first. I felt like this was probably the first place we were gonna go to. I knew this was a weekend. Because it's the weekend. The fountain was sealed. Amazing. It's your locker, it's empty. You're wearing a cow sitting on someone's lap. The door is locked. I still wonder what's there. Like, what is supposed to be here? Like, it looks like something was taken off, but why? And this locked door, I feel like it's maybe to the back exit. Like, hey, we'll go into the forest here. I want to see real quick. Maybe a holiday pal. Maybe on the weird route it'll contain, you know, hippies. Gentrified. Oh my god. Totally getting political here. Supreme. He's totally kicked out. Dojo, yeah! It's scary. Again, original Star Walker, original Chris. Oh, church place, huh? Interesting. Okay, so we do have the recruits still. More worms. I just these are the worms showing them the way. By the way, as for like Rules Knight being the Roaring Knight, because you know RK, I do think maybe he is the Forgotten Man's version of the Roaring Knight, kind of like Burley is, you know, his hero. Huh? Interesting to see them all here in a nun outfit, of course. You know, gotta appeal to those fans. Not that I'm shaming. It'd be kind of hypocritical of me. The pursuing a priestess. Huh, this diamond. I wonder what it's meant to be. Interesting. Oh, the heart. I'm really bad with piano, so I'm not gonna even bother with this right now. It sounds like they're saying, "Oh my god." I wonder what the red and purple's about. Feels like maybe the soul of Susie. Cure poison, raise dead. I mean, maybe Chris is poison. Raise dead is, you know, like death. Oh! Oh my. Oh, let's see what that is then. I still, wait, I don't think it's in my inventory. It's probably gonna be in my save. Your extra fire damage. Pray to the angel, Chris. I'm not the best at this, but let's see what we can do. Whoops. Okay. Yep. Just wait. I'm gonna try it one more time for a faster time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Wait. Probably can get it sub 20 if you did it better. Okay, that's good enough for me. Oh wait, cat. Or mouse, I mean. I'm pretty sure the mouse are like representing the three heroes. Oh wait, and I don't know when. I'm not gonna do the dojo until I get Susie. I'm not awful at this, but you know I prefer to just have Susie. I prefer to have her for the mic fight too. Three heroes. I threw a ball. Of course, ball game. Let's see if there's any new stuff here. We have the tennis tie, so we can get the true tie, shouldn't we? Oh yeah, wait, it's in there. The Monarch ribbon! Of course, you know what flower we called Krisk. You have to start my little Monarch. True tie. That's great. Mystic Band. Heals 100% TP. I'm glad I kept that. Scar Elixir with the Mix-It Band. And Punch Bowl heals all for 200 HP. I'm gonna have to sacrifice the Power Band. That feels a bit annoying to do. You lose almost all money after battle. I think I'll save that for a boss fight. I'm gonna make all of those, but with certain car, I'm glad that the S potion came back to heal 200 HP. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Let's see. What do I need here? Unfortunately, I have the Golden Widow on, Oh wait, no, that's what the Scarlet Mixer Band. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Like, it'd be interesting to have another tension max, but I don't think I need it right now. The Punch Bowl. This is if you're willing to sacrifice power. Power Band is an interesting item, but I still don't want to sacrifice it. Let's see. I won't be able to make the Dog Widow until I actually get the Gold Widow. I am gonna make that. I'm probably gonna make a separate save file, just so I can. Oh, wait, actually, I already have the other save file. Never mind. It's gonna suck not having Susie, though. Wait, where's the one with the princess ribbon? Oh, wait, there we go. True Tie and yeah, Freight Bow Tie was already like connected to Asgore, so that's interesting. The Genuine Tie won by a forgotten TV star advances puppet and cat elements. You know, their love mixed together. Interesting. You know, I'm friends with Cat the Vamp. I really love their theories about Spamtenna. Really fuse it, yes. And then the Monarch Ribbon, the Scarf Mark. I forgot. Wait, let me actually check what the Scarf Mark is. I want to see what that is first before I fuse it, because I forgot what that is. Let's see. Scarf Mark. Wasn't that like the first item Rouse had? Okay, no. We got it in the, we got it there. That's right. Alright. That's gonna be a bit sad though if that means, hey, you're not getting a better weapon for Chris, or I mean for Rouse this chapter, because hey, they got a new scarf here. I'm doubtful, but you know, would be awful. Increases healing ability when equipped. Again. With the wings of a butterfly, increases healing ability when equipped. I'm really not good with the symbolism of the butterfly. I'm actually not sure. I mean, I guess Chris does want to fly. Here we go. This raises attack and defense. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm gonna give them the Monarch Ribbon. Should I wear this Monarch Ribbon? My horns are like antenna. Shadow Mantle. Actually, I'll give them the Power Band. Never mind. It's losing 5 defense for that. I forgot how strong the kind of sucks that, you know, we can't put that on there. Let me see. What are my items? Do I have the, I do not. Hopefully they give me a new spin cake this chapter. Oh, wow, we're up to 240 and 210 HP. Going further beyond! Oh god, I wonder how Dragonstein's gonna be in the routes where he wasn't saved. God, copyright claim! Oh my god. Is it correct? Another save point? Jesus. Not goobly. This is why I didn't feel too bad about, you know, putting Tenno away, because, giving them to, the ghosts that become Metaton. I'm not sure. Like, I feel it's weird calling them Metaton because they're not named Metaton right now. Some people like to call them Nobody, but that feels like kind of a cruel name for him. Because I knew there'd probably be other unique dialogue for, not having Tenno in Castletown right now. And I'd feel bad if I didn't give Tenno away in time. T-Rose, that had to be a joke. Mouth pudding. It's disgusting, I mean delicious. Spin cake me! Alright, let's see how much it heals. $180 HP, so it's less than the punch bowl. Let's see. It's still all the same stuff, unfortunately. Nothing that we would really need right now. One more. Yes, the next opponent shall be your final one. So I'll topple them easily. Wait, topple, I feel again from ours. The power of Lost Streets, I got it! I fucking got it! Yes! Oh my god, that feels so good. These are the shards that remain. Failed dreams, of course. Yes! Oh my god. If nothing else, I'm glad I got this one. Mannequin, huh, interesting. About that he says we'll get it easily, like, I guess that makes sense. Maybe when people said, hey, the Shadow Crystals, you know, they might be mandatory for a good ending, maybe they were right. I feel like that just goes against everything Toby has told us about their design philosophy, though. Go Wingblade! Win us the race of familiars! Make her stronger, make her run around a racetrack, beat other girls in a race. Damn, that would make her. Damn. Damn. You got it. Rats. I do love that the car that, you know, we did it. Although I'm not sure what that small blue thing is. Wingblade is interesting. Okay. The Thrasher dates ass. Guns. Okay, I'm not doing duck. I know a lot of people love the duck meme, but seen in The Boys Rule of Tower Bazooka, your everyday Susie can't deny the classics. Or still could appeal to ungulates. And then you double as a weapon. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I love the idea of Susie with a ponytail. Hopefully they like it. Hopefully she likes it too. Oh, the royal jest. I'm not putting Susie in that. Unless Susie liked it. I'm gonna be honest, I like Susie's dark jacket the most here. To make it stronger, Susie's ankles. Or I'll say the lost fur will stand out. Again, I just like Susie's pants the most, so I know it feels lame to keep basically everything the same, except for the ponytail. The second hat, someone put in the same hat twice. Again, little swag, but easier to fire a gun. Yeah, no, you know, you can't wear a hat with a ponytail unless it's really fitted for it. Doesn't make much sense. See a pumpkin or mouth. Maybe there was only two? Alright, yeah, I'm just keeping everything the same except for the ponytail. Honestly, I think Noelle would do the whole ponytail. Oh, a copy! Again, the theme of copies. Here we go. See. Alright, let's see if the final king has finally escaped. Yeah, again, I feel like gold and silver is kind of like related to Des and Noelle as well. Weird, again, seeing the soul inside the silver, you know, related to Des. Again, weird root, thinking about that, you know, like implanting a soul inside her. I'm about to find one day. I'm just I'm Golden Sun 4, I'm gonna be born soon. Talk about Scar. With the lightness. And of course, it's blocking us from the heart with the 6 wings. Again, I still think that might be Astro's room. Let's see what's going on here. Sometimes I want no spikes. How would you do that? Chris Lamp. Chris Lamp. Then you didn't want. Ah, nuzzling your nuzzlers! No! Maybe no one needs to shoot out jumpable flames. That's mommy. Huh? No. Ball game, ball game. Can I get out? Okay. There's something fun to do that I'm not gonna get it right now. Oh, Rousey's door. Huh, interesting. Nope, there's nothing beyond here yet, though. Oh, wow, he went all out. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's the hat. Do you need it to heal? That's pointless. You can't even exit the window! Oh my god. Small am I again? Nobody ranch. Call of Added Course, Chapter 4. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go do the dojo first. Oh yeah, the theory maybe about this being able to climb back up to where Mrs. Society is, I mean, seems like it's not true right now. It would be cool if it is, though. I'm gonna go save. I'm gonna go make that Gold Widow. How much money do I have right now? 4,834. Okay. I'm gonna save. Oh, wait. And I'm gonna make this. Alright, so let me see what the items we have again. TV dinner, you need 2 TV slop. We don't have that, unfortunately. 2 makes the deluxe dinner. Alright. Yeah, actually, I want to see. Will they actually comment on the what did they say about the Monarch ribbon? I'll squash it when you're mad. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm gonna put the power band on them for now. Or actually, wait. Yeah, they have the most HP, so it makes sense to do that. It sucks not being able to use the Gold Widow, but I want to have that Dog Widow. It feels like it's fun. I'm glad I cut the dog dollars. Anyway, item. So let's see what the Dog Widow gives. Looks like it's 6 defense, 2 attack. Or wait. No, wait, what? Did that just make it worse? Yeah, I think that just made it worse. You lose 90% of your money. It gives 6 defense and 1 attack. So you lose out on the magic. Oh well. I still think it's cool. Alright, I'm gonna save and then I'm gonna go to the dojo. I'm gonna save this in a new slot, just in case it really is just that awful. Recruits. Fight. One day we'll reach the peak. Oh, whoops. Wait, Scythe there? Huh, interesting. Seems irrelevant though. Alright, Revive Song, Revive Alley, Heal Prayer. You really think bouncing balls? I'm like, alright. Clean up. Oh, whoops. Let's try again. I'm so bad at this shit. Oops, shit. You know, I'm not that good at all. Moves up around you. Okay, maybe I'm locking in now finally. Okay, now I think what I want to do is I want to clean up this action. It'd be better to defend, and I can just use magic, heal burn on Chris. Got in times 10. Oh yeah, I should have used clean here. That would have gotten me some good ESP. Oops. Thought spare would work there. Ah, so close. Fight. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Oops. I think this is where I want to clean up. Oops, that screwed up completely. Ah, one last time. Again, I'm not good. I'm not actually good at the combat. Nope, did not want to do that. Move, S action, R action. There we go. Alright, and now we do cleanup. Oh, god damn it. Alright, so clean up. Alright, all I have to do now, move up, S action, R action, okay, I think I got it. Wait, what? Oh, god damn it. I could have been a lot easier if I'd actually, used items, but, it's not mandatory. Why do I have equipped again? Oh, wait, I should have had the Monarch ribbon on. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. That would have made it, or else I heal a lot more. Let's see. Alright, for now, I don't need power, so let's just put something on that gives as much defense as possible. So, Wafer Guard, it looks like. Oh, we fought everybody? I guess maybe after the festival's done or whatever, we can go back. Merry Christmas. Let's see, oh yeah, for sure I should surely check that. Oh yeah, I should check that real quick. This is annoying, the dog widow. My horns are like antenna. Elegance and kindness and elegance. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't work. She's good. Alright, we're going now. Of course. Let me checking something real quick. An hour and a half, and I haven't even really progressed the story all that much. But you know, that's the fun of RPGs. Alright. Door is still locked. Oh, 10 left. That's the whole time deciding. Great. Yeah. I mean, I'll try to. I'm not sure about Chris. But hey, maybe Chris knows something I don't. Alright, I thought no one was going to be grounded, so it looks like I might be wrong about that. Pretend to be a dog. I remember someone thinking, oh yeah, adventures like quests, you know, might be an option. Do we want to go straight? Oh, hey, there's the bird. Discount code BALL. Ball of octopus. Oh my god. Oh man, I wonder if this... Man, this feels like it's gonna be very different on the weird route. I'm gonna try going down. Of course we can't go down to the shelter yet. And the graveyard's blocked, of course. Oh, there's Alvin. I was thinking he'd be okay. Okay, looks like my theory about Alvin Titan might be wrong. Oh, Vegetoid. Minor spider also scary. Like, okay, so maybe my theory about, the spiders being related to Caddy is correct, though. Wait, Rudy. Investigating. Oh yeah, what's the police tape say? Seems newer than yesterday. Alright, saving. Leave it go up. Probably gonna press the story. I guess if we actually had money, we'd be able to buy it. Can't go into Icy's Pizza. I feel like, again, this is going to be a dark fountain. The ground is a festival of water. Sands in two places, of course. I do kind of love Sands. I'm just gonna do what they're thinking of it. Yeah, a lot of interesting choices here. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong about it being Rousey on that punch card. Action happens. Oh my god. So yes, they're at the festival too. Teacup Card, of course, man. And of course, they're blocking Susie's house. I still come back.